one subgenre that I've barely scratched the surface of is blaxploitation. I've seen the bigger titles, and it's really fun delving into this kind of subgenre to see how they kind of branched out a little bit, you know, when they tried to do something different than the typical one. Arrow's release of JD's Revenge was one that, when I watched the trailer of before I bought it, I was really kind of curious because it looked like a possession kind of movie, the kind of thing that I hadn't seen done before in this subgenre, and I went into this one really curious. And we're thrown into the character of Ike, and he is a hard-working individual who's struggling to make money, who's trying to stick to his studies. He's becoming a law student. He is a law student, wants to become a lawyer, and he is sort of doing really well for himself. He's all motivated and driven and just going along. He's having a great relationship with his partner, and one night they decide to go to a show, and it turns out to be a hypnotist, and he gets brought up on stage, and whatever happens to him, whatever happens in this hypnotic show changes Ike forever. He seems to be possessed with the spirit of JD, a man who was killed almost 30 years prior, who was framed for murder. He wasn't the nicest character, but the people who wronged him are still out there. And Ike slowly starts to take on the persona of JD, dressing like him, acting like him, changing his style, his mannerisms, and it is a phenomenal performance from the lead actor to see him physically change. It's almost like Jekyll and Hyde, but just done with mannerisms, language, the way he holds his body and moves. We get the characters that wronged JD at the start, Lou Gossett and someone else, can't remember the actor's name, but they are now preachers, but they seem to be running a scam. They're still have their dirty little fingers in very pies all over in various criminal enterprises. And Ike comes onto the screen, kind of like JD. Ike, whatever version of him, goes to the church, and this pastor sees something in him, something he recognises. Unbeknownst to him, it is the possessed spirit of the man that they had killed. And it's so wonderfully set up. What I like about this is the kind of, most times when you watch blaxploitation movies, you get the kind of gangster stylings of these characters. You know, they're atypical, it's very tropey, they're caricatures. But here we get two kind of different variations of the one character. He's a good law student, hard-working, and then we get the scam, murderous, sleazy, gangster type JD who inhabits his body. And this kind of juxtaposition between these two characters who are very much worlds apart, but trapped within this one body. The possession element is really fun to see that character take up more and more of Ike's life, to see him ruining Ike's life just to get that kind of retribution that he wanted. And it gets to a really nice finale, and it's nicely done between its action, the way it has its fun physicality moments throughout the various scenes, but also to do with the emotional core of the movie, the struggle that this guy is coming through. Now it gets wrapped up a little bit too easy at the end, but in all honesty, I didn't really mind that, because it was such a worthwhile tale going through all this that I was just captivated. And like I said, I think the standout thing for me in this movie was that lead performance, which was nothing short of breathtaking. It was wonderful, really was. I liked the setup, I liked the story and the way it moved, and it was very much an interesting tale that I'm really glad to have checked out. Another winning movie from Arrow. JD's Revenge is such a fun, endearing, and just entertaining flick. Highly recommended if you haven't seen it. If you have, let me know in the comment box your thoughts on this movie, or recommend similar type movies that I can go and check out next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.